In November 2022, Skokie voters approved 3 citizen-initiated referendums that would change village board elections. Over the past year, a team of village staff members and outside experts in election law and district mapping have been working to develop an implementation plan to present to the village board for approval. Now, Creticos, the mapping consultant brought on board to make sure that the team followed electoral law and mapping best practices, shares the result of this work.
It's been a fascinating process for me. I've been working on maps for many, many years, and it's truly the first time where I've had this level of community engagement, and in a way that has not been polarizing. So I think the community you should feel good about yourselves in terms of how you all have approached this process. What you have here is a map that we've dubbed Forest. It's still considered a consultant map. Our intent here is that this is the map that will move forward to the trustees. One of the concerns has been whether it meets our principles. And in our opinion, it comports very closely to the principles that we enunciated and that you see on your screen. One of the concerns that's been raised in the comments, and an area that we repeatedly heard from Skokians, that the populations between the 4 districts should be as equal as possible. And I believe that we've been very successful in being able to accomplish that. Probably looks most like Orchard in terms of its basic configuration. One of the objections to Orchard was the treatment of the Lockwood neighborhood on the very west end of Skokie. And in trying to balance the populations between districts 1 and 4, we worked on various configurations and finally settled on one which repeats Greenleaf as a line between districts and then conforms to the CTA yellow line tracks on the east and Grosse Pointe Road on the west as the other 2 major boundaries that divide 1 and 4. In that case, we weren't entirely able to leave that neighborhood undivided, but this approach, we think, minimizes the division that existed in that neighborhood. And it really did appear that the original configuration really didn't work. Another concern that was raised was the question of the division of school districts. While we were able to maintain the integrity of the school districts for at least 4 districts, try as hard as we could, we weren't able to accomplish that in the central part of Skokie. And that is entirely a function of the fact that that's where trustee districts come to meet. And it's impossible to accommodate school districts in a way that also gives us the opportunity to be able to create equal populations in each of the 4 trustee districts. Another concern that was raised was with respect to multifamily dwellings in the area west of now Center Road, north of Dempster, and south of its intersection with Grosse Pointe Road. That area, it was proposed that we incorporate that as part of District 1. We tried several times to do that. The problem is that the population in that area is fairly large, and to be able to absorb that into 1 had negative spillover effects in terms of how then 2 had to move into 3, and then 3 move into 4, and then 4 moving up into 1 to be able to equalize the populations. So we may have been able to accomplish the one objective, but it undermined the map in other ways in the other 3 districts. Thank you to all the citizens of Skokie who have provided input. Look forward to hearing public comments on October 10th.